Hello everyone, OK Fixer here, and before we get into these I want to say my piece, and that is that those people who want to tell me that the sky is green and the grass is blue, you can just go on another site, okay? Especially if your site itself doesn't have any content of your own. I know better. I've got a good handle on the truth, and I know that the sky is blue and the grass is green. And
this is war! We are generals! You are the enemy!
And I'm not going to take that crap anymore. This is my channel. I developed it. I spent the time on it. I put what I did into it. I did this for my grandchildren, not your dumbass. And one more thing I want to tell you.
Hey, you bastards! I'm still here.
That being said, you can start your own channel and you can put all the twaddle on it you want about the grass being blue and the sky being green. And I don't care. Neither will anybody else. And you won't get subscribers. Now, something completely different. These two wonderful machines. Now, these two wonderful machines right here are both chambered in 22. Okay? Only one of them is a little bit more potent than the next. Okay. The reason why I have two of these, well, of course they're fun, but it's a great teaching tool for the other. One is a great teaching tool for the other. This is Smith Wesson's MP 1522, and it features a 25 round magazine that comes with it. So it's 25 little bees that come out of there as fast as you want. Or if you're daring and dangerous, you can buy the 35 round magazines, and they fit just like the others. Okay, there's a lot of similarities between these two rifles because this one's built on the same platform that this one is, using the same, for lack of a better term, patent rights, I guess. I don't know. This one has a detachable magazine just like the other one. This one breaks just like the other one for cleaning. However, this one does not have its spring in its butt. Since it's only a 22, the spring is integral with the bolt, and that comes out as such. It also has, it also charges the same way, and it has a device to hold the bolt open. Somehow, somewhere. Let's see here. Oh, I didn't have it back all the way. Okay. It does not have a stuck shell extractor or whatever the hell this is. I've never used it. Maybe someone can chime in and tell me what that's for. I've never used it, so I don't know. Anyways, this particular machine here I bought ready-made, and this one I made out of pieces. So, but what's great about this is it has the same ergos. It has the same peep sight. It has the same front sight. It charges the same way. It breaks down the same way. It has the same safe and fire. Incidentally, these are not assault rifles. They do not have 3-position selector switches. Because they are black and scary looking does not make them assault rifles. Okay? An assault rifle has the capability of automatic fire, and it would have a 3-position selector switch. This is chambered in 22 long rifle, and I'll show you those in just a moment. Of course, I've checked these, and already they are empty. And pull the bolt open to show you, to be safe. We do not have ammunition on the same table that the machines are on. So this has the same charging handle. It has the whatever that is deal. This does have a dust cover, and when you fire it, first time the bolt comes open, the dust cover comes open. It does have a removable carry handle and the sight on a Picatinny. That 1522 Smith has much more Picatinny rail than this one does. So you could put all kinds of optics and such on it like that. The brand of this really doesn't matter. This is, geez, I don't know, Double Eagle or Double Star or something. I don't know. The time when I put this together, at the time I put it together, there was only 4 or 5 manufacturers making receivers, and essentially that's what you bought when you wanted to build one of these, because this is where your numbers are. Right here is a receiver. So you bought a receiver, and the Double Star was a mil-spec receiver, and I built it with all mil-spec parts, including a 1-in-9 twist barrel. And both also have flash suppressors. They both have flash suppressors and screwed barrels, so you can put a can on the end of it if that's what you wanted, or some toys or something. On this one you could put a grenade launcher on it or something like that and fire blanks. Sorry, I didn't mean to kick you like that. So I built this one out of parts, and essentially it breaks down the same way. You can pull the bolt out, but there is a spring here. That's where your spring is, so your bolt comes out like so, and your firing system, where your bolt comes out, clicks back in place. And we're going to shoot these, and I'm going to show you the differences between them. And like I said, it's nice, the 1522 M&P, because you can teach someone the ergonomics of an AR-15, the AR-15 and the M&P 1522. So let's look at the ammunition. I forgot to tell you, both of these are relatively close in price, believe it or not. I paid $400 for the M&P 22. It was new used. It was used very little, and you know, yeah. And I received, with that, I received 2 35 round magazines and 1 25 round magazine. I built this AR 2004, 5, something like that, somewhere in that neighborhood. Maybe 10, I don't know. About $600. And it came with 5 magazines, or you know, original steel magazines. So those are your prices right there. To buy one now, I don't know. Since this pandemic's gone off, prices are, you know, they used to be $600, $700. Now they're, I don't know, 1,000 probably. I don't know if they're that. So wonderful machines though, and let's look at the ammo they fire. Okay, the M&P 22 has a magazine and has a little handle. Those have charging rods that go down in it. You can push it down in a little bit, and it's kind of easy. It's just, they just slip in there just like that, and relatively easy to load. And I say it's relatively easy to load. Yeah. So relatively easy to load, and fires the 22 long rifle. And it looks like this has got a little bit of enamel or something sprayed on the top. I don't know, to keep the lead probably from oxidizing. It really likes the lead Thunderbolts. Those are pretty good. The Remington makes a golden bullet also, which is copper clad or has a little copper plating on it or something like that. It really likes those as well. What I like about this machine here is you can buy, this is 1,400 rounds, and you can buy it for $65 or something, and this is or less, and this is 500 rounds, and you can buy it for $20. Actually, I think I got these at Walmart. They had them on sale, and they were, $18 for 500 rounds. And I think I paid $65 for this during the Obama administration, which greatly increased gun and ammunition sales. That's one thing that guy did, is he really got us all buying guns and ammunition. So there's your 22 long rifle, and we have another 22 round, and it's right here. Now, if you notice, this Federal ammunition, which is from like 11 or 12, 2011, 2012, this is 5.56. Okay, but over here we have 223. Okay, my 1 and 9 barrel allows me to fire either 5.56 out of that or 223, and you can mix and match them. It doesn't matter, and it won't miss a beat. So I recommend that if you're going to build an AR-15, build one that fires both, because you can get a lot of surplus U.S. Federal stuff, which is really nice. It's copper clad, and it's lead. It's not steel. Whereas you're buying the PMC bronze or something like that, you could get $10 a box or even more. Up 50-60 cents a round. Whereas when you're buying the Russian stuff, which is in a lacquered steel case and has a steel core, you're about, it depends on how much you buy, but 20 cents a round or something like that. So it's very affordable gun to fire, have a lot of fun with. The Russian stuff goes bang just as well. My AR is not fussy, and it will run just about everything. So it's very happy. And in comparison, of course, you have a 22 round and 22 long rifle and a 22 223. Almost the same caliber. If you notice, the 22 long rifle has a blunt nose, and that is for a lot of guns have tube magazines, and you can't put a pointed bullet into a tube magazine. Well, you can, but if you have points after points after points, when you shoot the gun, you could get a chain reaction and set everything off in your magazine, and you don't want that, so you want a blunt nose. That's why when you see a blunt nose like that, it's usually for either a revolver or tube magazine fed gun. When you have a pointy bullet, which is much more aerodynamic, as you all know, when it spins, the point's up front and it spins quite nicely. Because it's aerodynamic, it flies straighter and it flies farther, and you can fly it at a greater velocity. Because of that, you know that it does not go in a tube gun. They are in magazines as such, like this. And they do make a mag lula for this, which is really nice too, that clips onto there. And I'll have to show you, but magazines like that. 30 rounds, 25 or 35. So that's the explanation that I have. And so let's go out to the range and shoot these wonderful machines. we'll be shooting at some of these. These are set aside to be repaired. Somebody come down here, some of the Hitler Youth, and shot them all up with high-powered rifles. So those need to be fixed, but there are still some out there, 1/4-inch pieces. Okay, we're at the gun range, and we have the MP 1522, and I have a magazine, and I'm going to step up past the firing line, and I'm going to shoot the wolf and the plate on the side. Very accurate rifle, very fun to use. Excellent for beginner or a professional. So you can see, you can just on a target that size, you can just rapid fire and hit. It's just accurate, and I'm not steady, and I have old eyes. So, boy, I'd love to have gotten that when I was young. Let's have a look at some chickens here. Let's see what we can do with the chickens. Oh, I'm out. Gotta reload. The upper gun is a Ruger 22 Magnum, and that is my wife's, and she doesn't want to be videoed, so but 25 rounds, and again, like I said, this has all the ergos that an AR-15 has. So it's wonderful to introduce something to this, even if they don't ever get an AR-15 to a youth. The adjustable stock, you know, when they're young and they're short, arms are short, all the way up until when they are you know, adults, will enjoy this rifle immensely. It's very well built. Made by Smith Wesson, called an MP 1522. Very accurate, adjustable sights, Picatinny rails for optics and scopes and lights and microwave ovens and baby changing stations and whatever else you want to put on your rifle. That looks like about it. Charges just like an AR-15. Has a fire and safe. Set you back up, and let's go look at some more chickens. like I said, I'm not a very good shot. My eyes are old. But in a young person's hands, that's a nice rifle. Okay, I'm done shooting this now. And like I said, the ergos on this are great. It has adjustable stock. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful rifle. I can't say, probably this is my favorite rifle, probably my favorite gun. It's so inexpensive to shoot. I can hit things with it. It's just rock solid and it never gives you any trouble. Those kind of things, being able to hit stuff, low recoil, ergonomics, and it's cheap to shoot, make it very, very enticing for a youth or someone who doesn't have a lot of money to get into the game of shooting. Let's talk about protection, or protecting your home. You know, a lot of people say, well, you don't want to shoot anybody with a .22 rifle because it'll just make them mad. No, it'll kill them. So the thing about a .22 round is it goes into the body, but it doesn't come out. It stays in there. So unlike a .223 round that goes right through them, of course there's a huge shock wave, but there's nothing left inside. You know, when that goes in you, it fragments all over. And the number one cause of a .22 gunshot wound is not from the shock wave. It's from all these little pieces opening up the veins and arteries inside you, and you bleed to death. So that's still a formidable gun, and it's cheap. Let's go check out the .223. There's one other thing I wanted to tell you about that round. Okay, those are 22 rounds, long rifle, and this would represent 20 people dead or wounded in a war situation. If you shot somebody with this in a war situation, they would need a medic, surgeon, a nurse, anesthesiologist. Okay, and there's 20 of them there, so that's 4 extra people, counting the patients. That's 5, 2 times. So the 20 would involve 100 people at a minimum from the other side, working on the wounded. So whereas if you was to use 30-06 or 7.6239 and the person's killed outright, they just lay there. Dead people don't need any help, you know. I think probably these would be illegal to take into a war situation. Illegal. Listen to my words. Illegal to take into a war situation. Yeah. So that's the whole deal. Is if there is a war broke out, you can carry 500 rounds of these to implement 500 wounded people with their 4 other people taking care. What's that? 2,000 a box, like a 3 or 4 pound box of ammunition would involve 5,000 people to take care of the wounded. That's something to think about. Well, that's one reason why this next round that we're going to see, the .223, is what the military carried instead of the 30-06. Not because of the wounding capability, but it still had the capability to kill with one shot, and it weighed less. So that's something to think about. Our target is the blue target down there. Okay. Magazine. Charge. We'll put it on safe. Let me get you that target. Let's see if we can hit it or even come close. Let's have a look. Well, there's considerably more ventilation, I think, on that target than there was. Can't really see very well, though. So, I think I'm close. Let me back you up a little bit. Do a little reposition and let you see how this, the recoil of this. The recoil isn't too bad. It really isn't. People think, oh, it's AR-15, it's going to have huge recoil. Actually, it doesn't. It much less than the AK. Or the mag loads just like this. Pretty simple. It'll hold 30. Got a nice carrying handle that's come loose. Charge. On fire. Out. Well, I'm going to see if we hit anything. Also, remember when you're firing that gun, that barrel's going to be really hot. So be careful about putting your hands on that because that's extremely hot. Let's have a look out there again and see if I hit anything. Alright, quite a few more holes in that target and around it. Perfect? No. Does it have optics on it? No. It doesn't have a scope. No. That's 50 yards. something like that. I don't know. I don't think it's 100. I think it's 50. And so, you know, I didn't say I was a perfect shot or anything. I just know how to operate them, you know. Throw some lead down line. I wouldn't want to stand there. That's for sure. All right. Nature is telling us this. Solomon said there's nothing new under the sun. This pandemic is not new. This pandemic is not new. And nature's telling us, don't worry about it. You know, them that are going to die are going to die. You're going to die anyways. So, yeah, how old are you supposed to live to? All right? And when it's your time, it's your time. You know, I can't stress that enough. So, get out and enjoy the flowers, for God's sakes. We're back at the house. I'm going to clean some guns. I want to tell you a story, though. It seems that New York was the pretty much only one place that was up to its eyeballs in the COVID-19, and there was a reason why. And there was a study done on it, and it was a study done by MIT. Now I don't know if you know who Massachusetts Institute of Technology is, but it's a very prestigious group, and I don't know a lot about them, but I know it's $100,000 a semester to be educated there. And the people that come out of that are supposed to be the most intelligent people, you know, in the world. They go into these think tanks and stuff. Okay, back into the story. Well, MIT did a study about the COVID-19 spread in New York. And after their exhaustive, expensive, complete and thorough study, they found that the subway system was the cause of why the virus spread so much in New York. No. Say it ain't so. Packing hundreds of people in a little sardine can underground and running them around from place to place. No. That's gonna cause the spread of the virus? No. Okay. Enough of that. It astounds me sometimes. Because, as my mother said, common sense isn't very common these days. Back to the guns. Here is the round we were shooting before, and this is a 223. Now this 223 will go through, I don't know if just a regular jacketed one will go through, but I know a steel core Russian round will go through a 1/4 inch of steel. Okay? And when you fire one of those steel cored Russian steel cased bullets into a car, it'll go right through the car. It'll go through one door, through the outer door skin, inner door skin, door panel, part of the seat, through the door panel on the other side, through the inner, and then through the outer door skin. All right? And go through a body also. So I'm just telling you what they do. So if you're going to use this for home defense, it's better to get yourself a shotgun, because what you're going to end up doing is, I don't know about the lead ones, but drywall and 2x4s don't work very well to stop it. And our house are matchstick houses, so not only it goes through your house, it goes through the neighbors, and then it goes through the school. So I don't know about using that for home defense. I'd use a shotgun myself. But enough of the 223. I wanted to show you, while she had it out, and I have to clean it, I might as well show you. This is my wife's carry gun. Now, I'm a novice when it comes to guns. Yeah, I have a little bit of training. Okay, that's great. And yeah, I have some guns. And yeah, I've been shooting pretty much all my life, but I don't have any real technical training or anything like that. I know what I like, and I know what guns do, and I know how to hunt, and I know what the business end of it, and I know that, yeah. But I still consider myself a novice. Now she is even more of a novice, okay? And you might have the same situation that you have a wife who is fearful of shooting. She doesn't like to shoot because she's small, and she doesn't like the recoil, okay? And you put even a 38 or 380 in her hand, she doesn't like the recoil. Well, there are alternatives, and this is another one of those deals. Well, you can't have a 22 for a concealed gun because it won't, yeah, you just make them mad. Yeah. Well, you stand down range and let me pump 5 into you and see if it makes you mad or dead. Anyways, some things I want to tell you, okay, about this. Because this gun doesn't have any recoil, she's not afraid of it. And because when we go to the range, she's not afraid of it, she's getting more and more proficient with it. Now, this gun, I shouldn't be handling it because there's bullets on the table, but I will for this case, okay? This gun is empty, as you can see, but now it is full, okay? So I'm going to point it down when I do this. This is the only thing you have to do with this gun. Okay? There's no levers, there's no catches, there's no hammers, there's no safety. It's just dumb safe. You know, it's absolutely foolproof. You pick it up and you squeeze it, and that's it. I should have done that also because rimfire guns, you shouldn't dry fire rimfire guns, but I did anyways. Just to show you. That there's another thing. So it doesn't have any recoil. It's stupid simple, and the cartridge is big enough where it's effective. Big enough where it's effective. Okay, let's talk about that. These are 40 grain right here, CCIs, and that's what she was practicing with, and that's generally what we practice with. But I also have boxes of Federal, and these are 50 grain. Okay. What's grain mean? Well, that's bullet weight. Okay, that's the weight of the bullet. So when you put energy behind it, what it hits, it's kind of a knockdown power. Now, this is only 55 grain. So these are only 5 grains less than the 223 round. Of course, this is a necked cartridge, and it's coming out of a rifle, so it's going to have, I don't know what the it's over 2,000. I think it's 2 to 3,000, 2,500, 24, whatever the feet per second is. A lot. And the Magnum cartridge here is only going to have 13. I'm just taking a guess. What's it say here? 1875. Okay, that might be in optimal conditions with a rifle barrel. You put a barrel behind something, it builds up more pressure, and you get more velocity, feet per second out of it. Out of a 2-inch barrel, I don't know what you're going to get out of. But this is 1875. 1875 is pretty damn fast, considering a 45 only travels at 900 feet per second. Think about that. So it's quick. It's light. It's easier on her hands, and she will carry it. Now, there's another thing here too. I carry a 22 Magnum also, okay, and mine's even smaller. But the reason why I don't carry a big gun is because I'm a fat guy, and it pulls my pants off, and I don't like 40 caliber or 9 strapped to me, where it pulls my pants off, or it's hard to get at, or whatever. All right, I carry something that I will carry. That I will actually, okay, that's a good idea, put that in my pocket. Now, am I going to get in a gunfight with that? Hell no. My first thoughts are, somebody's pointing at a gun with me. What they're going to see is they're going to see my backside, and I'm going to be running as fast as I can, and I'm going to hide. Now, if they come after me, I've got a little present for them. But it allows me a little bit of the protection. That's all the protection I need. and it also allows me to maybe get to a better gun. So that's some thoughts on that. Okay, let's and that's in relation to the 22. The 22 right there. This is also a 40 grain bullet too. So the grains and the weight, bullet weight in these two are the same. These, however, are her carry for her, concealed carry. So, and they're hollow point too. So they frange and very dangerous. Very dangerous. A 22. This will go right through you. Where this, all those, they just come all apart and make you bleed inside. So they're, yeah. Anyways, they're, I mean, it's the same with the 380, 38, 9mm, and all that stuff. They made frangible bullets that do that. So, anyways, okay, I wanted to explain this all to you. Let's clean some guns, okay? I can't remember ever seeing my father clean his guns. So, I know we had a gun cleaning kit, and I'm sure he did clean his guns, but he didn't, I think after we fired him, we just put him back in the gun cabinet. I didn't really see him, and I got a couple of guns from him that were absolutely dry, and it's, I don't know, maybe... maybe 30 cents was too much to pay. Sorry about that, I did that to you again. Maybe 30 cents was too much to pay for a quart of non-detergent motor oil for the life of all of his guns he ever owned. I don't know his theme on that, but I always, after I get done shooting my guns, I give him a little, oh, you're not supposed to use WD-40 on them. Oh, no, you can't. You have to use dad. No, man, no. You can take and drain the oil out of your car if you want to and run it through a sock, and it'll probably, lubricating your guns with that would probably be better than nothing. Okay, so, I don't know. I know when I got the guns that I got given to me, they were dry and they had wear on them from not having any lubrication. So, we give them a little what for now and again, and it's not any big deal. You don't have to kill yourself about making them perfect. I just give them a little rub down with a little WD. See that everything works here. See that my bolt works. Okay, yeah, that's working pretty good. I might take this apart once a year and lay a little love on it. I don't know, but it doesn't need to be fine. And people think, oh wow, you got oil in that. It's not. That's good. Oh no. Oh my God. I'm telling you what, man. AR-15s, if they're not smoking, there's something wrong with them. Okay. Mine never jams and it never hangs up because it's really good and greasy. And like I said, if it's not smoking, something's wrong. So this gun here, when I bought it, let's kind of tag over here. This gun over here, when I bought it used. And of course, we checked all these guns are all empty and there's no ammunition on the table. When I bought this gun, it was just literally jammed with crap. It was so full of crap, you couldn't believe it. I mean, like dirt, like black dirt. I don't know. It's like somebody, I don't know what they did with it, but I cleaned it all up really good. Uh-oh. I have to figure out how that goes back on there. I think it just lays on there. Yeah, like that. She should be fine. And I just kind of clean the face off the bolt a little bit, and rub it down a little bit. And, oh, you got oil on that wrong. Oh my God! No, you can't use WD-40. You gotta use Remy oil. Oh no, you have to. Ooh, oh my God! Oh no, no, you don't. Maybe if I had some kind of competition shooter or something, and that made a big difference or whatever like that, but nah. If you give her a little love, a little once over now and again, she should be fine. Because man, I never remember doing this to guns at home. Never. We just kept running them. Oh boy. Remember the days, eh? Okay, you get the idea. And I'm going to clean these all up and oil them and put some oil on the outside, the barrels. Oh yeah, nice, beautiful. And I'm going to put them all together and we'll sum this one all up. We're all cleaned up and ready to go. Everything's fine here. Everything's working quite nicely. Cleaned it all up. Give that back to her a little bit. And one thing I wanted to show you is this button right here. I showed you that feature, but the 22 long rifle doesn't have it. The AR-15 does, and I know what it's for. I wasn't clearly thinking it's for if the gun doesn't go into battery all the way. Say the gun's like right here. There's serrations on the bolt, if you can see right here, and if you push this, what it will do is it will push it into battery. So you can kind of, I guess, in a panic situation, you could. I've never used it, and that's what it's for. So there you go. Again, these are great platforms. I built this one just with just by getting the receiver, and you buy the trigger group. I bought just a regular old trigger group. You can buy a really nice Timony trigger for it, or there's custom triggers that have less pull, less creep, and all kinds of stuff like that. I just wanted to shoot her, and I just have a carry handle and sights, but there's so many things you can do to these. So many platforms. Forearms, you can have lots of rail on it or whatever. These are wonderful rifles right here, and this is a very affordable entryway to get into owning a rifle. And it's my belief that every family in America should own a rifle and 1,000 rounds of ammunition, and you could do that with this model here for about $500. So y'all stay safe out there, and I hope that your state gets back to work as soon as possible, and we get the great America up and running again. All right, y'all take care of yourself. Have a great day.